In this video, we are talking about 3 Scrum roles. So let's start with Scrum Master. A Scrum Master is a role who has a responsibility of ensuring the Scrum process is getting implemented. He needs to teach the rules. If people stray from Scrum rules, as a shepherd, he needs to bring them back to the Scrum values and practices. So need to get the Scrum rules followed. From a process point of view, you also need to ensure that quality is always given a required attention. So he's responsible for ensuring the development quality and the product quality. So he should work on that. The second dimension of Scrum Master is related to his team's interaction. He is a mentor, coach to the Scrum team. He needs to ensure by way of coaching that he creates a self-organizing team. Now, he does not need to dictate work to the team. So when I am saying this is the work of a coach he has to do, but not work of a manager. Team is self-managed, so he should not be creating a task list for the team, but he should create a team which can create their own task list and work on it. A lot of time when I talk about a Scrum Master does not need to be micromanaging the team. Some people think that Scrum Master should not be aware of what team is doing. Now that is not the intent. Scrum Master should be knowing what is going on in a team. He has a responsibility of creating a winning team, a productive team, without micromanaging them. So it's like that. He is not responsible for creating the task list, but he is responsible for creating a team which can create their own task list. If there are issues related to productivity, he has to take care. He has to ensure that team, or he or she has to ensure that team is productive. The another dimension of Scrum Master can be looked at as is a servant leader. Now the servant leadership or a servant leader is a term which says a leader leads the team by serving them. So the difference is the team is not serving to the leader, but leader is serving to the team so they can achieve the objectives. So he helps team in achieving their objective by way of removing impediments. So if team finds there are some issues which they cannot handle with, they need some information, some interface, some requirement, some infrastructure from an external team organization, and they are unable to get it, they raise it as an impediment, and he is the one who needs to get it removed. There is another term which is called bulldozer. So Scrum Master is a bulldozer because he removes the impediment. He bulldozes the impediment from the team's path. So he clears the path so team can become more productive and produce the desired result. Another type of work which Scrum Master has to do is work as a facilitator. In all the Scrum ceremonies like daily stand-up, sprint review, sprint retrospective, etc., he is by default a facilitator. He needs to facilitate the interaction, make the necessary arrangements so the meeting can happen in a productive manner. The another responsibility comes to a Scrum Master is ensure transparency. Now, in a way when he is ensuring that Scrum is getting implemented, that place it is also getting covered, but I want to put it separately because Scrum Master spend good amount of time in keeping things transparent. Now, whatever team is doing, Scrum Master is responsible for keeping those things transparent to the rest of the organization. What does it mean? It means he is responsible for updating all monitoring artifacts. Like if the team is using sprint burn down chart, he is responsible for ensuring that sprint burn down chart is updated regularly and it is reflecting the real team's progress. He is also responsible for creating end of iteration report. So if your organization needs that some amount of stakeholders should be updated by way of end of sprint or end of iteration report, he is the one who will create that report because he is the one who is responsible for keeping the transparencies. Inside the Scrum implementation, he has to ensure that all roles are played well, all ceremonies are happening as per the Scrum expectations, all artifacts are maintained like sprint backlog, product backlog, and increment and definition of done has to be adhered to as per the expectation from Scrum guidelines. Now the second role which we want to discuss is product owner. Now product owner is a business guy, means he represents the business, the customer expectation to the team. He tells them what is important. He prioritizes the team's work by way of prioritizing the product backlog. So he is the one who controls, grooms, manages the product backlog. And product backlog is having a list of all the desired work which we want to do in a project. So by that, he controls the requirement and the prioritization of the requirement. He also controls the release plan. Now, the budget, time, and feature. So he is the one who balances all these three things. We can visualize product owner as a person who is having money in his one hand and work is in other hand. So the organization has given him X amount of resources, X amount of time, X amount of money to spend on that particular business case. And the business case is the collection of product requirement. So he has to get the work done in that much time or budget. So that way he controls the release plan. The team tells what they can do, so team declares their capacity and he is the one who balances the priority with a capacity. Now product owner is also a person who captures requirement. Now we spoke about that he represents the business to the team from where he gets the requirement. He is the one who keeps interacting with the external customers. He is the one who keeps visiting trade shows. He is the one who keeps doing research about the technological trend, the environmental, the competitors' features, because he needs to identify what are the right requirements which we should be working on. Now, there is an acronym CRACK which represents the role of product owner in a very nice way. Now, product owner is someone who is committed. So he is 100% involved in the project. He is committed for the project. He is responsible for outcome. He is authorized to make decisions, to make priority decisions, to do a release planning, and he know what all decision he can take alone and for what all he need to consult with someone else. So he is the authorized guy. He is collaborative. Now he need to collaborate with the team while working for a given project, and he is knowledgeable about the product, about the market, about the competitor. He is the one who is knowing what is needed and why it is needed. So in a summary, the product owner is the one, and he is the one who is behind this project. This project exists because of this guy. This guy has a business case and this guy has a money, and that's why this team exists. The third role which comes under Scrum role is team. 7 plus minus 2, which comes to 5 to 9 individuals, cross-functional team. Cross-functional means that we have people from different functions put together as a one team. So you would be having tester, developer, GUI designer, etc., and majority of the team members should be 100% allocated to this project. There could be some exceptional like database administrator or some kind of support work. Maybe those people may be a part-time member for this particular team. Ideally, the team should be titleless. We should not have people designated as leader, senior developer, junior developer, etc. All team members should be just team member, and their sitting location also should not be designated on the basis of their titles. So that's the ideal requirement, usually never get implemented, or very less organization implements a titleless team. This team is self-organizing. What does it mean? They are self-managed. So as I said, in Scrum, we expect a manager role to be played by team because they are self-managed. So what does it mean? What does manager do traditionally? He creates task list. He monitors what is done, what is not done. He look at the variances. He tries to make and work out the things. How can we achieve this particular goal in a given time? This all work is expected to be done by the team itself. So they should be creating their own task list. They should be monitoring and managing their own work. And they should be finding out a best way of figuring out the solutions for a given problems because they have a goal in place. So team is self-organized, self-managed. Team also creates a rule of living together, means they define their own ground rules. Traditionally, this goes to the manager. Manager used to identify the ground rules, but now team has to identify their own ground rules in Scrum, and they also need to ensure the implementation of these ground rules. So what does it mean? So you, for example, if you want to start a daily stand-up at 9 a.m. in the morning, team decides at what time they want to start. So they have decided that they will start every day 9 a.m. And if somebody is not reaching at 9 a.m., what kind of penalty we have to impose on that particular person is also decided by the team. And the enforcement of that penalty should also be done by the team. So they create the ground rules and they enforce it. Scrum Master should not be implementing ground rules forever. He should create a team which can do this work on their own. He has a role of creating self-organizing and self-managed team, but he should not be managing the team rather than create that team. The final work of a team is creating an increment. So they are responsible for output. Whatever they have committed in the beginning of a sprint, in the form of sprint backlog, they are responsible for delivering it. Now, if you are not getting a desired potential shippable product at the end of iteration, who is responsible? Team. Team is the one who is responsible for producing the increment. But Scrum Master is responsible for creating that team which is productive and produce those increments. Now we also spoke about product owner is responsible for outcome. So what is the difference between this outcome and this increment? Now the team is responsible for the software, but which feature is right? The outcome is I want to capture a market share of X percentage by implementing this project. The responsibility of achieving this outcome is with the product owner. Now team is responsible for delivering the desired search functionality which they have agreed in the beginning of the sprint. So they are producing that desired search functionality, but from this desired functionality, what kind of market share, what value you get from the external market or from the environment is the responsibility of product owner, and that is where the outcome and output becomes different. So these are the three primary roles of Scrum. Scrum Master, a master of the Scrum, product owner, a business guy taking money and time, and team is the one who is working on day-to-day delivery of working software.